Hi Jordan, this is Samantha Joy Chalmers from up north there, North Australia, based in Darwin, from Borroloola, and the Waterman mob, genuine Waterman, Scottish English, all that jazz. So all-rounder, I come as a translator. Basically, I can speak for the bridging between the traditional and the modern cultures, so we have an evolution, basically. You know, we need to break down and start discovering, dusting off these stories that let people know that there was somehow a class system going on. And that class system, caste system, whatever you want to call it, system, where people talk about being up in the air, in the middle, or those down below, those on the ground. Well, brother, even wear the grassroots shirt today. We're all on the ground, you know? Your way? The bird in the sky, the plane, all them other things. There's rock, you know, all these things. There's just different ways of getting there. Water, go back to the elements, even plastic, concrete, all come from the elements, brother, hey? Your way? So we've got to love it all. And if we don't want any like cooking up of big poisons, like, you know, everyone doesn't like byproducts from all this, mining and plasticines and stuff like that, then let's pull it back. We're the people. We employ the government. Not them telling us, you know, they're not a monarchy. They're now like a capitalistic monarchy going on. There's some sort of sick bitches who need to actually get some real thing going on. But you know what? It's not the people you see. It's the ones who are in there who are basically stopping it from happening. Those people who are getting 6-figure, 7-figure salaries for what? Doing work in a 24/7 period, just like the rest of us. And you know, we won't stand for it anymore. We employ them. We employ them. That's our government. We've had enough. So we'll say that in international relations. We'll say that for regional relations, national relations. We'll say that for our family relations. We'll say that for our work relations. We're all related. Energy. It's all the key. But balance is really how we need to have it be, you know? Then we have freedom. We have freedom to be. We actually find all the relations will be in love and harmony, you know? And it just happens to be a rhyme all the time, you know? Not a crime, just a C rhyme act. Rhythm and blues. Come on, I'm talking because you basically just want me to, this all night running out, I gotta go. But there's an older history than that, and so those older histories are now coming to say we've had enough. You know, the evolution of us had to happen, because if we don't, we be violent, we be abusive, we can't be balanced because we can't be. And they can be. You know, I can't walk around with my shoes on, my natural shoes that I'm born with, the 60,000 year ones. I can't, apparently. I shouldn't. People worry for me. Oh, consider your cultural disaster. You're stopping yourself from living. And so when we say evolution, basically I had to wait just for other generations to come through to see what they brought to the mix. It's tidal dreaming, brother. From my mob there, or Yanua, in the islands, they call it the Sir Edward Palu Islands. Yawn, but that's what people need to remember. Aborigine never forgot their country, and if it's going to be sold as a tourism product, or in importing, or every time we officiate some sort of Australian frickin' relations to anyone out there in the world, we're being used. And what? We just had an intervention in the Northern Territory, you know? But there was several lot of things going on there, you know? There was the 99-year leases, there was the handback of Vanderlyn Island. I met Malbrough, shook his hand. Nobody wanted to go and say hello to him. Why? Because they know. And what, they've got to pretend? We're sick of pretending.
Why should people be interested in Indigenous people and the welfare or the preservation of Indigenous culture?
Well, see, that's the catch with the new word system there. You're Indigenous from somewhere, my brother, and before that you were Aborigine from somewhere, and before that you were native from somewhere, and before that you were one with the native flora and fauna from somewhere. So you see the de-evolution, I call it, of where we've come to. And now if we don't consider where we've come from and reflect, contemplate and reflect, it's all in the tarot, you know, then you won't actually know where you're going to. So we think we know where we're going to, and yet our kids are being slaughtered in playgrounds, you know. We've got to go, it's over there, it's them off and all that, you know. Oh, my cousin hung himself, oh yeah, he was sick. We know this, we know the language of poison, because in my business, the dreaming of my mob, of my brothers and sisters, is spirit dreaming. So it all goes into spirit. We came out of spirit. So my dreaming is not happy because the house is shit. It's now called hell. and it's destructive, overrun. So people are cooking up more nightmares. No, we all Aboriginal from somewhere. It's just the words separate us, because who terms the words? We've got now an Australian government everywhere, changed their logo from the Commonwealth Government of Australia, but everyday people don't know these changes, and yet we're boss for them. They're not boss for us, as we say, Aboriginal way. We're loose, you know, because we talk hard talk, you know, we talk the sense of what we're expressing. You know, people can wordsmith all over the fucking place, and you know what? Yawn. They waste a lot of energy, they run rounds of what? Nothingness, you know? And then they have to dominate because another wordsmith's got to come along and please, you know? What? Are you either communicating or you're trying to dominate? You know what I mean? Because if you communicate, we're all equitable. There's me, there's you, and there's a middle space of communication, you know? There's three. You know, so when we communicate, it's always with respect to the other, and that space is our meeting space. So we don't go into each other's space, you know, and you don't have to take mine. It shouldn't be a win or lose situation. It's a win-win, because I don't want to go, yay, I won, when somebody lost. I've grown up with losers, nobodies, different people. People who sat in my class who had their head down because they were Asian or the wrong colour, Greek, you know, all these mobs. And I say, anyone want to keep going with, yeah, don't ingest that and become rednecks. Because even Aborigine, because they're hurt, they're just lashing out at people now and they're sounding like the perpetrator. But the integrity stands, you know. Everyone in this house of Australia has been under duress, you know, and kept separate. So we're cleaning up energy lines, you know, sacred geometry everywhere, everybody knows. Call it ley lines, dragon lines, song lines. We had to evolve. What are you trying to stay on the same track, people? It's called evolution, you know. Everything is brought with a new generation. So why are we having our family being like, oh, it's the kids, oh, the kids, oh, the kids. Hey, fuck you. You know, you taught the kids, so I'm holding you accountable, parent. You know? What, we're telling our kids that they're born evil, no? You know? No, bro. No more. We've had enough. Everyday people have had enough.